Come to the stage right now. Put your hands together for Kevin.
Welcome to the Unfunny Kevin Show. I am your host, Kevin Melody. It is Friday, May 30th. Thank you for joining us. We're here every Friday at 5 a.m. California time, PST, 8 a.m. EST, and I don't even know what the other zones are because on this show, we value not knowing things. Shout out to the new markets. Russian Federation. That's just, it's hilarious. It won't even give me a pinpoint on that. But whoever's listening, thanks for joining us. Nevada, what's actually funny is we've had a lot of Nevada before, but we had two new Nevadas pop up. So shout out Henderson, Nevada, and fucking Reno, Nevada, sending whomever you are love. Email TheUnfunnyKevinShow at gmail.com. Call the hotline 424-244-9599. Which, by the way, this month we will be switching up the prompt. Just like last month, you can vote on the hotline calls and texts on Instagram or send us an email. And I'm going to come up with options for you next show. So this month we did worst coworkers, which actually has been really funny because there's just so many crazy fucking things I've heard. Today we were picking a crazy voicemail, so I'll play that later in the show. But for now, hope you had a nice fucking weekend and all the, Memorial Day and hot dogs and all the things you're doing. I personally, last week, honestly had a crazier week than I fucking thought I'd have. And a lot of that just has to do with life. I don't know. I had to go last Thursday, I had to go to this it was like a screening thing for Disney. And it was like it was like me, my wife and my sister. And it's over in Burbank. You have to go to the actual lot in Burbank. And let me tell you, so over there, I mean, obviously if you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But Burbank in general, just because it's it is nice. It is a nice area. But the studio's there, and then there's a restaurant called Smokehouse. And right near it, actually, there's an apartment building that's called The Melody or something. It's that fucking old 50s kind of style thing. And I've driven by it a couple times. And it's always struck me as funny because my last name's Melody. So that area is just cool. And I decided, okay, if we're going to go to Burbank from fucking, Long Beach, Orange County area, it's better to just do some shit out there. So I got reservations. I used fucking Open Table, a nice, responsible person. And I booked reservations for 10 o'clock. And Open Table said, heads up, they close at 11. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. I got to go to Disney at 7. The movie's at 7:30, the screening. There's fucking Q&A and all that stuff. So we go. By the way, if you ever get a chance to do that, it is kind of cool. I like those kind of the lot tours and stuff like that. They're if you live here and you haven't done it, it's actually kind of funny. They're touristy. I've never done the fucking red Hollywood bus thing, but I've always thought it would be funny to do. But yeah, so we went to the lot and it was magical and all that stuff. It was a very cool experience. We saw the movie. We get out of the movie and it's 10. We get out at 10. Now, when you go to that screener shit, you put your phone in a thing. So you don't, I didn't have, and said, did you confirm your reservation? And I was like, yes. I just sent Y or whatever the fuck. And then my sister gets in her car. We get in our car. We drive to Smokehouse, which is, I'm not exaggerating. The reason I picked Smokehouse, besides the fact that it's great and historic and the food's good and all that, was because it's fucking 5 minutes from Disney. And so I'm doing math. it's 10:03. It'll take us 5 minutes. We'll be 8 minutes late. That's fine. They close at 11. I confirm the reservation. We're good. We're good, brother. It's going to be chill as fuck. We're fine. So we get in the car. We valet. We walk in, and my sister beat me to the restaurant. And there's this like, my sister has a funny look on her face, and I was like, oh fuck, like what's wrong? And the hostess is like this kind of like slender, tall Ukrainian lady, and she's kind of looks nervous. And we walk in, and I'm starving because like I fast, and I basically only have like fucking one meal a day. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? And my sister's like, just it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be. And I was like, what? Why are you talking to me like I'm a maniac? And then the Ukrainian lady's kind of giving me weird eyes, and she's like, sorry, sorry, we tried to call you. And I was like, no, you didn't. I look at my phone. I had no missed calls. And I was like, my phone was in a thing at the lot, and I had a reservation for 10. I'm here. It's 10:08. What's wrong? I don't understand. She's like, sorry, we close tonight early. We don't have ability to serve. We put you in cocktail lounge? And I was like, cool. Is there food in the cocktail lounge? She's like, ooh, we have pretzel, garlic bread. I was like, no. I went on the open table. Like I started to like my fucking Karen kicked in. Cause I'm like, actually, you know what? That's not Karen, bro. That's just within reason. Like this is the thing. Karen is like an inexcusable fucking, where's your manager? I wasn't talking to no manager. I'm talking to the hostess asking for reasonable explanation for why when you follow the fucking protocol, shit doesn't add up here. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be seated. And so she was like, yes, we close at 11, but tonight chef leave at 10:30. We cannot simply serve you. Now I'm like doing the math. I'm like 10:30. That's in 25 minutes. You can't whip up a fucking chicken breast. Like whatever. So I was like, no one called me, right? I just valeted 2 cars, and I have proof that I booked. Why would you allow? And she goes, sorry, I know, weird, huh? And I'm like, weird? That's not a good enough. And that's the thing is, then I have to like walk myself back and be like, this Ukrainian bitch doesn't run Smokehouse. She's sitting at the front with a fucking iPad, and she has no fucking idea why Open Table let me book that shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was like, hey, thanks. And she's like, wait, you don't want cocktail? I was like, nope, thanks. And I like just walked out, took my car from the valet and dipped. But that's how kind of the weekend started, was Thursday night with that shit. And then Friday, I had to drive to San Diego. One of my neighbors got married. Shout out to them. And so the thing is, San Diego's weird because if there's no traffic, bro, you know, you live in Orange County. If there's no traffic, I don't know, it's like an hour 15, maybe an hour 20. If there's traffic, it could be 4 hours. Like it's just fucked. It's just how it is, which is nuts. So we drive down there. And again, I mean, it's early. I'm just trying to figure out how to get there and get home. And we go to this wedding, and later on, I think it was like right after, we went to this, there's like a diner next to it. It's called the Corvette Diner. And we got like a cocktail or something like that. And we sat for 2 seconds, and we got served by this bartender there. I don't remember his name, but shout out to the Corvette Diner, and shout out to this guy. So my wife and I sat down, and we ordered up a drink, and he's like, hello, welcome to the Corvette Diner. And in the background, like everybody's dressed like Elvis. Like they all have like wigs and shiny clothes. He wasn't dressed like Elvis. He had this like very lazy wig. And I was like, hey, what? Your wig's kind of different. And he's like, thanks. Yeah, I'm different. And I was like, oh, okay. Like he was like sassy and angry. And I was like, so did you just start your shift? And then he started laughing, and he's like, yeah, actually I work 2 jobs, and you know, this is one of them. Look, isn't this fucking great? And I was like, oh yeah, it's great. And I was like, so what's your other job? And he's like, oh, my other job. Well, I work at this place. It's a gay bar, and it's across the street from this place. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, it's a dive bar, and they do karaoke tonight. You guys should go. That's what he said to me and my wife. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what is the gay bar? Like, where is it? And he goes, what do you mean? And I was like, well, no, like you said it's across the street. I saw something. He goes, oh, it's called The Hole. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, but where is it? And he goes, where is what? I was like, I didn't see anything coming in. And he was like, oh, where's the hole? It's right here. And he pointed to his mouth. My fucking wife and I just fucking lost it, bro. We lost it. We uncontrollably started laughing. And then I just gave him a tip. Pause. But yeah, I was just like, that was, and then I reached over and dapped him up, and I was like, bro, I don't know. I know whatever you're going through is rough. You're hungover. You're working 2 jobs, you know. But the fact that you have the sense of humor that you do, and you were willing to say that to 2 strangers who obviously he sussed our energy out, you know, like he knew he wasn't going to lose his job, but he was willing to lose his job for a good joke. Fire. Shout out to him. Shout out to that place. Shout out to our neighbors who are married. And so it's funny. I got drunk. My wife got drunk. No, she wasn't that drunk, but I got very drunk. And then we went back to the hotel. And I was like, I think if I like just sleep for an hour, I can drive us home. Because I just immediately, I don't know if you guys ever feel like that, but I will often, if I'm drunk and I'm somewhere that's not my bed with the AC blasting, I have a great bed. My bed has like you can lift it and all that shit. So like, if I'm not in bed with the lifted angle and my fucking neck pillow and my dog and fucking water and my melatonin and my fucking books, like if I don't have all my stupid things, like it, and I'm drunk, right? If I'm sober, it doesn't really matter. But if I'm drunk, especially, I'm just like, all right, let's go home. You know what I mean? Like I'm just fucking ready. And my wife's like, no, you can't. What are you talking about? I was like, here's the plan. Like, I'm just like fucking have my tie around my head. Well, here's the plan. If I fucking, no, like, hear me out. Hear me out, bro. Like, she's like, okay, yeah. What's your plan? It's like, we're going to eat the beef jerky and I'm going to fucking roll out of his bed. I'm going to pack all of our shit. Retarded. Like I'm completely retarded. I'm gonna drive us home. She's like, yeah, okay, good idea. And then I fell asleep immediately. She knew. She knew I wasn't gonna get anywhere with that. But yeah, so we did that. That was nice. And then Sunday we went to the pool and hung out and we just reset, slept all day Saturday, went out with our buddies Saturday night, and then Sunday just chilled. So it's like it was a long fucking weekend. But then Monday pulled up, like just showed up to, you know. And as soon as Monday came around, we decided to do some Memorial Day bullshit. And it was supposed to be very chill. Like here's the thing, like we've had big parties and cooked for a bunch of people and all that stuff. And I was like, we really, after all this shit, like this long ass week doing shit every day, every minute, it'd be nice to just chill out. So we had her grandma. We said we'll go to grandma's house and I'll make fucking hot dogs and corn or some shit, and we'll relax. You know what I'm saying? Like that's nice. We'll watch the Dodger game. We'll watch. I think the Wolves were playing the Thunder that night at home. We were like, all right, we'll just hang out there, right? So. What's really funny about this, and the reason I'm even talking about it, is I was able to pull a lot of insight about myself with this one Memorial Day. Shout out the troops, the fallen soldiers. So cooking for me, and I've talked about it on the show before, I think a long time ago, but cooking, like I fuck with cooking. I'll cook anything, right? And there's a big cultural component, right? And there's also like my childhood bundled into that. where like cooking to me is, as an adult, is just like, it's a way to almost escape, which is weird. It sounds weird, but it's like facts. Like if you ever seen a guy sitting at a grill with the beer in his hand, like think about your dad, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, no one goes by Papa Kev when he's grilling. He's just in a zone. He just zones out. And it's just, think about like all those Bud Light commercials where it's like a retarded, 4 big white guys and they're standing around a sausage, charcoal grill. Like there's just a thing. It's caveman shit, right? Like there's that. Like we're sitting on a fire. There's all these things, all these healing properties, whatever. However, this is not about that. This is even weirder. My wife, like a couple days before the barbecue, was like, hey, what do you want to do for like sides? I was like, oh, we'll just pick up fucking potato salad or something from the grocery store and I'll make like what goes on the grill, corn. Like it was like that, super fucking casual, no big deal. And she was like, oh, corn, fuck yeah. And she was like, what about elote? She's like, I fuck with elote. And I was like, oh, bet, no problem. And so then after that comment, I was like, elote, well, I mean, I've had street corn, right? Like where the homie pulls up with the fucking cart and he pulls out the corn and then dehusks it and wipes it in mayo and Takis. Like that's technically street corn elote, right? Like to me. But then I was like, well, grandma's not going to eat a Taki covered thing. Like that doesn't make sense. So then I was like, all right, bet I'm going to send her a recipe. So I pulled like this like fucking Martha Stewart, like this crazy like white lady elote fancy thing because I'm playing to my audience. And so I sent my wife the PDF and I was like, this was like days before. And she's like, cool, sounds good. Yeah, elote. Yeah, that's great. And like, mind you, it's not her job to review the recipe, bro. Like it's not, but I'm thinking, oh, she looked at it. She gets the assignment. Like this is what I'm going to be making. So I pull up Monday with corn, chicken stock, all the Martha Stewart shit. Fresh cojita you have to break with and crumble with your fingies and all the bullshit. And then you have to put the chicken stock with you can spice it with a sriracha or a crystal. I'm doing all the shit. Like it's crazy. I'm whipping up. It's nuts. It's fucking insane. It's like a whole, like it's an hour of prep. It's ridiculous. Now in my head, I'm like, I should have just charred corn and lathered it in mayo and Takis and called it a day. But I had this kind of almost epiphany that I have a tiny bit of fucking OCD. And that's the funny thing is I think, I was trying to figure out like, where the fuck does this come from? Why is it pissing me off? Like, cause I'm kind of losing control in the kitchen while I'm making this shit. Cause my wife walked in and she was like, oh my God, wow. Like, this is like crazy. And I was like, huh? Like, what did you say? She's like, well, I was just saying like, grandma probably would just have a plain cob. And I was like, okay, so one of these corns is going to be plain. So I like put one aside. And she's like, and I don't, if you want to just put one, you can just roast it and just do the little, and like my fucking, like my blood started to boil. And I was like, then who am I making this fucking elote for? Like, and I just, and then I had to like wind down, bro. I was like, why is this elote fiasco such a thing? Like, why is it bothering me so much? And so luckily Tuesday I sat with my therapist and I was like, hey, I got unnaturally upset at this like weird thing. My therapist was like, okay. And she's like, well, what about cooking? Cooking, sometimes there's perfectionism, right? And there's, maybe you had a childhood filled with like attuning to your parents. And, cooking is one of those things where, your parents may have not been attuning to you, but when you cook for others, there is no attunement. They eat and then they smile and instantly that you've changed them in that moment. They're happier. They're delighted by all this effort you put in. And in that moment, you're acknowledged and you're heard, And I was like, fuck this bitch. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, I was like, like you just don't get the argument here. And then I sat with it and she was like, do you remember the first time you felt that? And I was like, felt what? Like, you know, and she's like, well, you felt that anger, like from a situation where you thought you tried to do something, you know, what about it made you? And I was like, well, the thing that pissed me off is like, I sent her the fucking recipe. I told her like, this is what I'm making. I went to the fucking grocery store. I came home with chicken stock. There was a lot of opportunity to go, where's the Takis and mayo? You know what I'm saying? But I would like, I made it foolproof, and then I was going to deliver this product, and I had, you know, everything lined up. And she's like, yeah, but it's, and she's like, that's not like, again, every right to be pissed, but did you communicate at any point like, hey, are you sure you don't just want mayo and Takis lather on this shit? And the beauty is I took that shit over to grandma's, and grandma goes, I don't want the regular corn. I like street corn. And she ate the elote. So, you know, and again, that's not the point, bro. The point is, I said, I do remember my earliest memory, and this was before my sister was alive. So I was like fucking less than 7 years old. I must have been 5. And my mom went to, I don't know, I think it was like Subway or some shit. And she had a drink, like it was a cup, and she put soda in it or something. And I was like, I told her, I was like, oh, put on a lid, put on a lid. And my mom was like, huh? And I was like, put on a lid, please, put on a lid. And she was like, what do you mean put on a lid? It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We get in the car, and it's like a 20-ounce cup, and, you know, it's filled to 19.5 ounces, and it's in the fucking cup holder in the middle of the car. And I know, I'm five, but I know as soon as we brake or we hit a bump, and this is crazy because like I was just fucking, I had to worry about my dad. I had responsibility that extended beyond me, and it's my, you know, not all my fault, but I tasked myself with it at a young age to worry about everything, you know? And as soon as my mom broke, you know, sure enough, fucking soda flies everywhere. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I'm just screaming, angry. Like, dude, this is like a core memory for me, you know? And my therapist is like, do you remember how you felt? And I was like, yeah, I do. 100%, bro. I felt angry. And I felt it in the middle of my body, you know? She's like, yeah, like in your stomach? I was like, yeah. And she's like, and then it rises through your chest? I was like, yeah, uh-huh. She was like, yeah, see, that's an ancient anger from like you trying to help and attune and say something to protect the person or whatever. And despite all that, they do whatever they're going to do. And you're just simply discarded or whatever, you know? So that shit was really, and I was like, but it's just corn. Like I'm logical, but I'm not. The crazy shit about being logical and trying to solve whatever shit you're going through with logic is on the other side of that could be something that's deeper and crazier and emotional. So like, it's important to fucking stop and check in with yourself from time to time. And now we're going to take a little break. Folks, I can't say enough things about Oklahoma Smokes, but I can say some things like Oklahoma Smokes is 100% California grown CBD. Let's just be real. Okay. It's the best CBD that you can buy, and it's wrapped up in the best quality materials. They sell them in joint form, right? Like fucking weed, like you're rolling up like your goddamn Wiz Khalifa. And then they sell them in cigarette form, which I love. I prefer. They're beautiful, fun, a good time. And how do you unwind after a week of bullshit? Well, you sit back, you put on the Unfunny Kevin Show, and you smoke an Oklahoma Smoke, folks. And for now, you can get 15% off. That's 15% off of your order of Oklahoma Smokes by using code UnfunnyKevin at checkout. In the bio, we have the link, we have the rules, we have the warnings. Must be 21 or older to purchase. It does deliver, I believe, in 50 states still, until Trumpito gets to it. And it's all here, buddy. So please check it out. Oklahoma Smokes. It's oklahomas.com. Support the Unfunny Kevin Show by supporting Oklahoma Smokes. I know the founder. He's a great guy. And yeah, that's that. Use the code. Thank you for listening. Folks, you are you've had it. There's so much news, and your kids and your husband is fucking just, I mean, do you really need him? Probably not. He's just blowing you up all day. Where are you? I'm on Find My iPhone. I'm using the Find My iPhone. I don't see you at the Vons. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. He must be drinking. Well, I can't help you with those things, but I can help you with the getting rid of Find My iPhone and stop the constant zzz and the notifications and the social media and the kids and the yada, yada, yada. Get a light phone, folks. Look, no browser, no Find My iPhone, no fucking email clients, none of that horse shit. Go light as soon as humanly possible. And if you need help going light, I'm happy to help you. Email TheUnfunnyKevinShow at gmail.com. I'll share with you my ways to disconnect, unplug, and have a better quality of life. Use the link in bio and make a purchase with Light Phone. You can pre-order. The shipping is July or August now. A Light Phone 3. Apparently it's not affected by tariffs, but the prices are going up because they've been warning you since, I don't know, September. So be sure to lock in your phone, make a purchase using our link, and support the Light Phone, which in turn supports your favorite show, The Unfunny Kevin Show. Thank you. Folks, I don't know how long we're going to have this sponsor, but I'm going to keep promoting them because we have codes. Listen. Go to ShinningYou. Yes, ShinningYou.com. And I'm not shinning you, okay? They've got necklaces, bracelets, earrings for your auntie, jade, all types of incredible materials and special collections. Go to ShinningYou, the hottest jewelry out of Shenzhen. They got crystal ball jewelry sets right now. They are jade shining like stars, mysterious and dreamlike, amidst the interweaving of light and shadow, quietly emanating a charming charm. Again, folks, ShinningYou.com, link in the bio, use the code UnfunnyKevin 15%. That's UNFUNNYKEVIN, the number 15, and then the percentage symbol, and get 15% off your order at ShinningYou. Thank you guys for supporting the show. All right. We have an article, 2 articles to cover, and the worst coworker voicemail finale here. So let's try and get into it. I'm trying to pull up this one that was sent in. It's let's see. Where is this? Okay. Oh, okay, that's funny. Trump pardons rapper NBA YoungBoy who was sentenced for gun-related charges. Louisiana rap artist NBA YoungBoy, who was sentenced to just under 2 years in prison on gun charges, was pardoned by President Donald Trump on Wednesday. The rapper is among a number of high-profile Trump pardons this week, including former New York congressman and a labor union leader and a reality TV star couple. Oh, that's funny. I have to figure out who they are. I want to thank President Trump for granting me a pardon and giving me the opportunity to keep building as a man, as a father, and as an artist. NBA YoungBoy, whose real name is Kentrell Galden, said in a statement posted online. Galden's pardon was confirmed on Wednesday evening by 2 White House officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to detail actions that had not yet formally been made public. In 2024, Galden was sentenced by a federal judge in Utah after he acknowledged possessing weapons despite being a convicted felon. He reached an agreement that resolved Utah state charges against him and settled 2 sets of federal charges against him. Jesus. One carried a 23-month sentence and the other ordered 5 years of probation as well as a $200,000 fine. Galden was released from federal prison in March, sent home to confinement after receiving credit for time served, according to his attorney. With home confinement finished last month, the pardon means he won't have to follow the terms of his probation, which includes drug testing. I love this because, well, first of all, there's 2 funny realities. One is Trump has no fucking idea who this is. And the other funny reality is he's in love with him. I love the young boy, NBA. Listen, folks, someone put like a thing in front of him and they're like, sir, you're going to have to pick You're going to have to pick an African-American again. Okay, we're picking a lot of whites. You mean a black young boy? How about, I like the NBA. Is this a young boy in the NBA? I like him young. I do. I sure do. And I do like the NBA. Not that LeBron, though. He's woke. Woke garbage. Bro, that's how they had to pick it. They just showed him. They're like, listen, we need you're doing 5 whites today. He's like, well, how about the reality stars? How about those 2 white people? Okay, well, okay, now we're at a lot of white people. Oh my God. He also pleaded guilty in November to his role in a prescription drug fraud ring that operated out of his Utah home. I love that NBA young boy. Listen, the YNs love him. And I am their white unk. And I love me a little NBA young boy. What if he just fucking loves young boy? What if he's in the fucking White House right now just blasting fucking NBA young boy every day? That would be fucking incredible. Incredible. Well, I mean, look, I don't know what this will do for poll numbers, but I'm just kind of in shock. Thanks for sending this. I legitimately can't believe this is real. I can't. God, that is fucking funny. Okay. Moving right along. This is great. Mars Wrigley. Okay. Mars Wrigley is forced to change Skittles recipe after a bombshell RFK Jr. report. Links the ingredients to cancer risks. But is it pseudoscience? I don't know. One of the most popular candies in the country has quietly had its recipe reformulated after a blistering new health report chaired by the U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. linked one of its ingredients to DNA damage. What the flying fuck? This makes a lot of sense. I ate sour Skittles as a child, and I knew it was doing something in my mouth. And apparently it damaged my fucking DNA and has possible cancer risks. Oh my God. Mars Wrigley, the global confectionery giant behind Skittles, has confirmed it's removed titanium dioxide from its rainbow colored. I mean, folks, listen, if you're eating rainbow colored candy, do you have long to live? This is a serious question. Why? Nothing occurring in nature looks like those colored candies. The move follows growing international scrutiny of the additive's health effects. Our commitment to quality. Oh, never mind. This is them. Our commitment to quality is what has enabled the Mars company to be enjoyed by the consumers for over a century. And nothing is more important than the safety of our product, the Mars Wrigley said in an evil statement. I'm just kidding. All our products are safe to enjoy, blah, 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 blah. They meet high standards. The change comes in the wake of this bombshell report from Make America Healthy Again Commissioner RFK Jr. The report, released last Thursday, warned that titanium dioxide, among other food additives, may cause cellular and DNA damage. I don't even know what that fucking means, particularly in children who are exposed to chemicals at high rates through these snack foods, candies, and sauces. For decades, titanium dioxide was considered a safe additive by the U.S. regulators, but in 2022, the European Union banned it entirely, citing concerns over genotoxic effects. Oh, shit. Now, under renewed pressure from Kennedy's commission and mounting consumer concern, Mars Wrigley is not taking chances. Well, yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Oh, this is funny. It's a picture of John F. Kennedy standing in front of, or JFK Jr. standing in front of snack foods. The compound, which is also used in paint, sunscreen, cosmetics, has been a subject of peer-reviewed studies. It could harm internal organs, immune response, DNA repair mechanisms when consumed regularly in nano-sized particles. Oh, boy. All right. Well, contained... Oh, they're getting rid of Red 40, too. Okay. Well, whatever. I don't know. People hate him. People love him. I don't care. I had plenty of I've had so many Takis, my DNA has been completely rearranged. All right, folks. So A reminder, 424-244-9599 is the hotline to call in and participate in these wonderful voicemails. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the finale of the worst coworkers calls, and let's get into it before I let you go and enjoy your week here. Let's see. Gotta pull this in. That's not the...
Kevin really just nails it with the topics on his show, and that's why I really love watching it. I mean, the first one was the worst date, and now we're talking about our worst coworker. Honestly, I don't know if this is a story of the worst coworker I've ever had, or just a coworker that was fucking weird and probably one of the weirdest interactions anyone has probably ever had with a coworker, or...
By the way, this is fantastic. Thank you for calling in. I want the worst, but I will accept the weirdest, you know?
At least I'd hope that no one has with their coworker, because it's just fucking awkward. Bear with me. This might be another one that's going to require two voice messages. So let's take it back to my first sales job. I was selling DME equipment, and I got hired on with another gentleman. The other gentleman was much older than I was. So I was in my early 20s, complete degenerate, and thought that I was a weirdo and a moron, but shit, I guess I'm pretty normal compared to this dude. Anyways, long story short, as a great salesperson, my office is my car. I mean, my job is to go around and get sales and bring the company fucking revenue, right? That's what we're employed to do. So it was rare that I was ever in the office. And our office was not really an office. It was more of a warehouse where we had our techs and our delivery drivers sort and ship and send out equipment and fix equipment that we sold. So one day, towards the end of the day, I'd say it was on 3-4 o'clock, my delivery guys were backed up, and I needed to send a part out to a customer, and I was like, hey, you know what, I'll do it. That's part of customer service, part of sales, part of building relationships, right? Woohoo, yay me. So I went back to the warehouse and grabbed the part, and I'm like, fuck, I need to pee, right? And one of the things about working in a car is you pee when you can, and you take every chance that you can get, because they just don't come up often. So
I'm legitimately frightened for what's going to come next.
Guy shouldn't be here. No one should be here, right? So, and it's pretty loud. Let me add this. It's pretty loud. It was summer, so the HVAC system was going. So it's fucking loud, and it's a warehouse. They're blasting music, so on and so forth. So he probably didn't even know that I was there. So this is where things get really great, right? Oh, and let me take it back a notch. This guy was also a fucking pastor. And this is what makes this story so goddamn good. He was a pastor. Told you guys this is going to be a two-parter. But I'll try to wrap it up quick. I just get, really passionate about making sure you guys understand and know every detail of this story, because I promise you, this is some shit you've never heard of before.
What is this pastor going to do?
So anyways, I just told you how he was a pastor, right? So I'm trying to take a fucking piss in between me picking up this little product that I have to take to a customer of mine. So there's 2 bathrooms, and it's a warehouse. It's all dudes that work there. So we don't have those male, female, or the 77 other fucking genders that you guys have created in 2025. They're just fucking bathrooms. Walk in as you please. Lock the fucking door behind you. We don't give a fuck if you're a male, female, an alien, a fucking cat, or a rhinoceros. Just fucking wash your hands on your way out. That's all we ask. My door's not locked, so I go and open the door. I open the door, and here stands my fucking coworker. Pants and drawers drop down to his ankles. Shaft in fucking hand. and just stroking his shit. I kid you not. This pastor, 3:30 afternoon,
no,
an hour and a half before it's time to go home.
No fucking way.
Is jerking his shit in the bathroom at our warehouse. So, quite frankly, this man is...
He's jerking it during work. A pastor jerking it during work in the bath. All right, let's hear the rest.
Getting paid to jerk it. During work hours at his place of employment. Man, oh man, did I think I was seeing things. I slammed the door. I know he knows I saw him. He didn't make a sound. I grabbed my shit and I ran the fuck out of that warehouse as fast as I could. I mean, as fast as I fucking could. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm him, I'm packing my bags and moving to another fucking country.
100%.
If my coworker
it's
caught me
over.
wanking in the middle of my shift at work, I am never coming back to that company. I mean, needless to say, we never discussed it. We never talked about it. But that's my fucking story. He was a fucking pastor, and he was a sales guy, and he was jerking his fucking meat and got caught. Peace out, y'all.
All right. I mean, like I said, the best ones will get played and shared, folks. Send them. Oh, fuck me. That's great. That's a good finale. So again, 424-244-9599. You can text or call in and leave a voicemail. It's all anonymous. We play it on here. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening every week. Give us 5 stars in the Apple Podcast Store and leave a comment. It goes a long way. It helps the show. 5 stars, Spotify. There's comment sections. You can write shit in there now on the episodes. And I guess we're on YouTube as well. So enjoy unfunnykevin.com. We are still working on it. Hopefully in the next fucking month, I'll have something updated there. And then Unfunny Kev on Instagram, TheUnfunnyKevinShow at gmail.com. Send all the articles that you want us to cover. Have a good night, NBA young boy. All right. See you guys.